Hello, I'm Alex from Instant Theatre Berlin. Today I want to talk about the 5 top mistakes beginner actors make, and of course, how to fix them. So please stick around right after the zzz. Sometimes beginner actors come in with certain ideas about acting, certain preconceptions, and they end up making some mistakes that are fairly common in my experience. So in this video I want to talk about 5 top mistakes beginner actors make, and we'll have a look at how to fix them or how to correct them, okay? So here we go. Mistake number 1. Being too self-conscious. This is a common one because, of course, beginner actors, they come into the room, they have to face a group of new students, they know each other, they are out of their comfort zones. So, logically, when they go on stage for the first time and they're doing their tasks, they're reading their dialogues or they're playing their scenes, sometimes they are really too self-conscious. Their attention will not be directed to their task, like reading the dialogue or playing the scene, but they will be thinking about the audience, thinking about the teacher, and so their attention will be really split. This is perfectly normal, and it will easily fade away with a little bit of stage experience and practice. It's normal that at the very beginning you won't be very convinced about what you're doing, you won't be sure if you're doing something right or wrong, and you will often stop and look around for reassurance. This is perfectly fine, but I'd suggest you go your own way. The teacher will always stop you if you're doing something wrong, and there will always be room for feedback at the end of your task. So keep going, do your thing, and then the feedback will come afterwards, okay? Believe in yourself as much as you can. Mistake number 2, being too stiff. Now, this is something that you cannot really avoid, and theater practice and theater training and acting training in general is made for you to relax, to feel comfortable in pretty much any situation. Because if you are too stiff, you're too rigid, and you're not relaxed on stage, you might end up doing something right every once in a while, but you will not look natural. Okay? It's important that you learn how to relax, how to be relaxed and at ease in every situation in order to then let room for your acting to be natural, to not be forced. This is a big step and it takes time, but it's important that you start realizing, I'm not relaxed here. I should chill. I should be more relaxed. This will already go a long way for you, okay? So please bear this in mind. Mistake number 3, being fake. Being fake. This is normal. If you're coming in for your first acting class, you're eager to prove and demonstrate that you are good enough, and then you jump on stage, you make your best effort, but you end up looking very fake. You fake anything possible because, of course, it's your first class. You don't know how to be real about interactions, emotions, reactions. So that's perfectly normal. And so what do? You are fake. You basically pretend like you're not enraged. You pretend to be enraged. You pretend to be sad. This is very normal, and it's okay because it shows that you are trying. It shows commitment, okay? So don't beat yourself too much for that. It's good. Being fake, though, is not part of the visible acting we want to see, so that will have to be corrected. Start recognizing yourself when your emotions are obviously not right on stage, when you are pretending too much, okay? Start having this type of feeling in the back of your head, like that doesn't feel right, because it's going to be very helpful as you move on in your training, okay? Good luck. Mistake number 4, being too quiet. This is pretty much the opposite of the previous one, of being fake. More often than not, new students are quite shy, are quite self-conscious, and they end up being too quiet. Most people are more at ease expressing themselves in lower tones, where they are showing their intimate side, rather than going bold and show and commit 100% to the action. So it's understandable why most beginner actors end up being too quiet, okay? This is a progress that is gradual and that you have to make step by step. Depending on your initial level, you will have to step out of your comfort zone in order to become more confident, a little louder and a little more present on stage. It's a process, but as a beginner, what you can do is start recognizing when you are way too quiet, and maybe look around to the other students. If there is someone who is naturally louder, that has naturally a bigger stage presence, what are they doing and how you can, copy them to implement your skill set, all right? Mistake number 5, rushing everything. This last one is probably the biggest game changer for beginner actors as for advanced actors. Most people go on stage, they're eager to prove themselves, they're eager to show that they're good enough, and they end up overdoing some bits and rushing some others. Instead, acting is mainly presence. The audience wants to be in the presence of the actor. So even just by being there, by showing yourself, you're already doing a lot. Don't forget that. Acting is also being. It's not only doing, okay? It's not only action, it's also being. It's also presence. So every moment that you're on stage counts. You're always visible. You're 100% there. So learn how to not rush. Learn as a performer how to enjoy every single second, every single moment you are on stage. You can see that from many Hollywood stars. The most successful actors, they end up doing very little if you look at them, but they are there. With their presence, they just fill the scene. And this exercise of being rather than doing will be a very important skill for you to learn. When you come in and you start having your first classes, you're already doing a lot of things right. Bear this in mind. Acting is behavior, and naturally you are more gifted than you think. It will be a matter of adjusting, of learning the technique, of learning what to do a little more, what to do a little less, how to fine-tune. But trust yourself and trust your instincts. Don't forget that, because no one is ever starting from scratch in acting. Acting is behavior, and you already have some behavioral experience from your own life, right? Good luck. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any questions about this topic. If you're a beginner, what are your feelings? Feel free to share. I'll do my best to answer you. Please subscribe to the channel. It's really important, so I will keep creating new content. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.